Hello, hello, hello. I have been off the air for a few days, recovering from the wondrousness of the world of Commodore. Here is my bag of things that I took there, and also that I added to. And, oh, here is a very beautiful, magical thing that you should hold on to. This is the box that the microphones and the little receiver thing came in. They are essential when traveling, because otherwise, if you don't have something to put them in, they're going to get ruined. And I did take them and use them specifically to get the presentation by Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel. And I did not have the best video, I'm sure, but I had the best sound because I stuck a little microphone on his lapel, on his jacket, to say, like, I want to get the sound. I just set up in the back of the room and pointed and went. And I'll post that video. But there's a better version on his site, which is Rudy's Retro Intel, because he took my original video and then edited it in where he had the slides up on the screen. He had them like big on the screen, so it'll be better. But really, the sound matters. Oh, look. It's a Raptors hat. Now, why did I take that? I just don't know. But anyway. Now, in here were some things I took that I never did end up using because the table I had, or was assigned, did not have any power. I could have rectified this, but I didn't. There are many long stories to tell in this weekend of marvelousness. So I'll take these out of here. Basically, this bag, it went pretty full with things, but it came back fuller. Now here is something magical. A fellow named Matthew Desmond, Factor of Matt, gave me, and it's Bradley's Basic. Hang on. Programmer's Reference Guide. I have not looked at this yet, but he made this specifically for me, I would imagine. He watches the channel. There's a cartridge and a little box. Bradley's Kernel, version 1. We will explore this at another time. Factor of Matt, Matthew Desmond, Matt at factorofmatt.com, www.factorofmatt.com, and on, maybe that's Instagram, Factor of Matt. Anyway, I will look at this, and I will cherish it. I will put it up here where it can be cherished. Now, another thing, a while back, and I've not looked at this yet, I had the Retro Rewind, or retrorewind.ca, 4-in-1 diagnostic cartridge. And somehow or another, the one that I had, something a little squirrely happened, so we wrote, and anyway, it worked out that actually they appeared at the show, because that's where I got it last year, and they gave me another one, and I you know what, in all the thing, I've got to find the original. I'll send it back to them. Perhaps they can figure out, or repurpose, I think anyway, but also they gave me, and I've not looked at that yet, this yet, is the magical harness they make to go with it. Because I've been using this vintage one from 40 years ago or so. Nothing wrong with it, but I've always thought that they make a better mousetrap, as it were. So I will tinker and experiment with this. Gotta put the phone back in a video soon. And I suspect this will become something that I use very, very often. So I'll put that up here to be looked at. Let's see. Oh, I have some teapot buttons. I forgot I had. It stabbed me. I forgot I had these in there. I gave one to Leaf and I gave one to Anina, and I forgot that I had them. I did. And then, of course, there's an essential thing. What's a Aha, now here is, this is from Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel. That is the pet companion. And we'll do more stuff on that. It's the thing. He had a great display there that showed how you could connect a pet to external monitors, and with another adapter, a modern HDMI thing. Another adapter needed. We'll look at that. What is this? Oh, here's my signed vendor. I sold nothing. I thought I might, but got wrapped up in things and didn't really. Now, I had hoped that people would bring power supplies for me to test. This did not materialize, but on the freebie table, I found a power supply, and I think somewhere I found another. But it's got to be in another bag. It is. It's somewhere. So I will tinker with that. I will ponder that, and I will see this. Hang on. Here, it's a card. It's a little bent. It's a bear, and it's about, there was this new stuff there. There were stickers, sticker packs, and other cool things, and it's by Art by F. Seeley, and it's Art by F. It's ARTBYFSEELEY at gmail.com. And anyway, there's this magical artist out in Kitchener Way, I think it is. And here is her info card. Maybe that Q or whatever that code thing is will work for you. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk more about her as things are. I did. Now I don't. This on Sunday, I found this on the table where her manly man husband was on Saturday, but there was someone else was handling his stuff. Anyway, and here is, like, it's a, I'm not sure how it was produced. I didn't ask, but I saw this thing and I said, oh, look at that. And I guess it hadn't sold on Saturday, so they wish it had gone. And someone said it might have been a laser. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought, you know what? That's got to go home with somebody. What else? Oh, here is a magical thing. This is my charger that I charge microphones with. I didn't use it there. What's the charge at? It's at 100. This is a beautiful, magical thing. Great if you go on movie sets and other such things. It's wonderful. Because they don't have cords, they don't have plugs, and they really don't like it when you need them. So I will set that down. Now, there's a couple things in here I found on the freebie table. This one is a VIC-20 tape, but it's obviously like not an original from T-Pug, but it says on it T-Pug VTV and VIC something. And I don't think I have my reading glasses here. Anyway, I'll put that up here to explore at some point. Now, what else? Oh, here, I took this in case I needed it. It's the thing I can strap on my head to look at things brightly. I did not use it, but I might have needed it. I did do some surgery there. There was a fellow I'd been in talks with for a very long time. He was missing a key on his computer, and it was a sacred computer that belonged to his father, and we wanted to make it whole again, and we did. I did not have like a key just sitting around, so I took apart a 64 and got, well, you know what? He still had the key. The plunger had been snapped, so the plunger had to be replaced. But the plunger had snapped off in the key, and that is almost. I mean, people say, "Oh, a little drill, a little this, a little that." It's almost impossible to get those little suckers out of there. I am not saying it is impossible, but almost. He had a contraption hooked up to the old plunger with a screw, and it worked, but it had to be resurrected. So we had talked about it for a while, but then along came COVID, etc. So we'd never had a chance to get together and take care of it. So we took care of it. We did surgery on Sunday. What is this? Oh, okay. Now, I had thought I might do some recording there, but I just got wrapped up in talking so much. So I did take this selfie stick so I could walk around and say hello from the world of Commodore. But I didn't. But it's all about being prepared. And here are my extra microphones. And see, these ones, like I'm recording on an iPhone. So there's a little adapter, plugs in there, talks to the microphones. Somehow, and I haven't seen what was recorded and such, and I know they had a big microphone on the table, which probably picks up stuff, but these are better, I'm sure, because like I've got one right under my beard, which is hidden under my shirt so we don't get beard noise. I've got one on this microphone here that I don't really use, the big blue one, I just use the little one, and sound is important. It is. So I'm going to set those over there. And, oh, here is my power supply checker. I never got to use it there, but I might have. Let's see here. What else should we find? Oh, always an essential thing to take along, especially when you're picking away at things. And I did actually while I was there, I did break a nail. So it was good to have these available. And also, in a pinch, they can do good things. Oh, no, I've got it in this. Sometimes you get the, oh, there we go. Okay. I had that where it didn't want to close. Anyway, sometimes they're also, for little tiny wires, they're pretty good, too, for snipping, cutting. I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, if you designate a pair of these just for this, because sometimes the wires can kind of leave a bad mark on the cutting surface. But anyway, just be careful. Here is yet another power thing. I think it was just an extension thing that I never end up using. But I might have. It's all about, as they say in the Boy Scouts, be prepared. Okay. So, what else? Okay, now here's some stuff I did not intend to get, but alas, I did. Because the freebie table each year is like a work in progress. You never know what's going to show up. And that's a whole other story of stuff. So, and I'm not sure why whoever it is who donated these decided they should put them all in little sandwich bags. But here, it's just a regular, like, line cord. That'd work on a 1541 or other, a pet that had the plug-in thing. And I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're dandy. And I will hang them on the door. I will. And they will come in handy for all kinds of things. There are a variety of colors. And chances are I will reuse the bags for something. So, I tried not to get things. But, there are some things that are just, when they're sitting there and nobody's taking them, I didn't want them to get, like, turfed or tossed out or, Now, there was a weird one in here. I'm just trying to find it. Anyway, whoever it was who donated, thanks. And thanks for the little bags. They will come in handy as well. All right. So I'll set these here. So when I'm done, I can hang them on the door. And they will end up getting reused. Oh, this one looks a little shorter. Well, maybe not. Okay. Alright, another cord. I thought there was. Maybe I stuck it in another bag. I'm sure there was another cord. It was like a USB to a funny phone charging thing that I think would fit my old vintage, probably Samsung phone. But, I mean, who has them? but they got to be out there. And now, of course, the world is trying to say, hey, we really only need one kind of charger thing. Okay, so that must have ended up. I thought I really didn't do much more than the bag, or add to the bag, but that is another story. Cheers. Anyway, so just before we wrap it up, here is a power supply that I found on the freebie table. And I don't know what's up with it at all. I mean, I know it's here. And it's certainly wrapped up. Very well. Very well indeed. And there's green tape on it, which leads me to think that something has been checked and it's been deemed not worthy. But then again, who knows? We may have a good power supply. We may have something to cut. So we will take this, plug it in. Okay. This is reading 5.49 volts. That is, I believe, well, it's high, and I think it's too high to be within reasonable parameters. So, without further ado, let's unplug it, and let's get, oh dear, we will get the pliers. I do not ever want to risk one wire. Risk plugging that into something or sending it off to somebody to plug into something. And behold the magic. Another wire. Now the wires may be handy to somebody somewhere. Anyway. So, is the 9 volts good? Doesn't matter. Oh, okay, hang on here. So, oh, look. It's actually been opened. That's why the tape was there. Aha. Okay, so maybe somebody intended to tinker on it, but did not. So be it. I think that one, because it has already been opened. I'm not going to experiment with it. No. I'll probably take it to some kind of, well, not far from here, there's a place that you can just throw metal things and stuff in a bin. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will. So, the tester is here. Oh. I left my little light on. Heavens. So there are many more stories as I come down from the world of Commodore. I shall remember more of them. Anyway, it was a great weekend. It's always a great weekend. I am hoping, and I will do what I can to convince the people who run the world of Commodore that immediately, if not sooner, if it's not already done, there should be a message up about the intentions of the world of Commodore 2024, even though there may be no particulars and no specifics and no, not much is known, but just something somewhere. If somebody searches World of Commodore 2024, there's something to say, this is what we intend. This is it's probably going to be at the Admiral Inn. It's probably going to be on these dates. And, or not, don't even say probably, just say World of Commodore 24, December whatever, and December 2024. Check back for specifics, details, particulars, all that stuff. Because it is disheartening for people who are trying to set aside time and book off time. I talked to a fellow who had to book off time specifically because he normally worked weekends and other such things. for the show when you go to check on it and you can't find anything. You're like, I don't know, is it happening? Is it not happening? And it all worked out. I think attendance was good and all was well and, fine. But just a lot of people just have it in their mind that's when it's going to be. But for other people, it would be good to be able to find something that just reassures them that, yeah, that's pretty much what we think we're doing and when. And check back for specifics. And here's somebody, here's an email address or something to write to if you have specific questions. Because, we might get more um, vendors who make things. There's all kinds of weird things being made still. And, the bigger the better. The more come, the better. And it was nice to see some familiar faces and nice to see some new, well, there's always new faces and stories and from way back when, but also there was a young fellow I met there. He's like 22 and he's into the retro stuff. And I believe while he was there, he picked up an Amiga 500. And, eventually he is the next, he's the next generation. Because when we're all gone, maybe at, World of Commodore, like 80 and 40 years or whatever, he'll be the guy who's there who's 62 saying, yeah, I remember I was there in 2023. And this guy Rudy gave this demo, and Leaf was there, and he was tracking the some satellite thing with a VIC-20. And I got the machine right here, and I can show you. And there was this. Oh, yeah, and the artist who made this, and they had stickers there. They were incredible. Anyway, that's all. There's many more videos to make. There are many more stories. But for now, I will sign off and ponder my next move. Anyway, I'm just still recovering. And oh yeah, I'll leave you with one thing. I didn't intend to come home with anything more than what I took. Now, a few chords, yeah, sure, depending how you look on it, things went very well, or things didn't go well. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming. We'll see you again soon. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye for now.